One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. Akeem Hunt now to return. Pretty move. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Lock in.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Lock in.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Lambeau will put this one through, but hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. This is Cohen. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
They run. This is Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Now it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Huh? You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete to open things up.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now it's Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Let's go, let's go.
On second down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Leonard Williams continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
18.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass, 1st down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the toss, Cohen. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Williams now on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, 14.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack.
This This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On first and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Williams to return. And out now come the Seahawks. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go, 14.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Flush to his right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Shotgun. Tempo.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Tempo.
On second down, here's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Corey Grant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Hey, 18. Red, up. Red, up.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st down, Trubisky. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
We're go. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. It's complete. Javon Wims the open man. And he'll go down at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Sliding it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Williams now on the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
19.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Steps away to his left. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A good pickup there, 22.
Tempo.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Tempo. Gun. Hey.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Come on. Red, up.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep left, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. And this is going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Akeem Hicks able to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Play action. Now Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
14.
On 3rd down, Wilson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Bullock will put this one through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. Now Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to let it go deeper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And that will not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Over the man, into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Now Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flushed out right. Going deep here for Bryant. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. And look at that, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hitting this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot of...
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
A toss running left. It's Grant, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Lock in.
Trubisky with a give to Howard, and he stopped immediately there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Trubisky now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. They go counter with Howard. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
This is Cohen on the toss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Lock in. Red, hands up. Lock in. 36.
They go play action. Trubisky, he'll buy some time right. And this one is incomplete.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play, keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep down. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing now is Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Here's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. Here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Shotgun.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And Bullock will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Let's go, let's go. Reds up!
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel